Hey guys, how's it going? It's Joe Everett right here and Steve Hackett. We've been making a lot of coaching videos and really just based around this GROW model that we've been talking about. And this is the last video for the GROW model. It starts with W. What will you do? Will. It's the action step, guys. This is the step where you make the discussion become a decision. This is the step where you find out those goals that they set in the G step, and they take that and make a plan to pay for the future. And they use that using SMART goals, which we're going to talk about later in another video. But basically, this is the time to look at the value, the objective, and the best way to ask each question. Okay, when you're asking questions, you want to ask the right pointed questions, guys, because if you're just asking, what could you do, what do you think you want to do, that's not as effective as, what are you going to do? When you say, what are you going to do, guys, that's going to make it a firm decision. Okay, what could you do? What do you think you're going to do? That's indecisive, like you might not take the action. When you say, what are you going to do? They're going to take the action. But that's just a basic question that we like to say, but I'm just going to pass it over to Steve. He's really just been killing this whole coaching thing. Definitely listen to what he has to say, guys.
Yeah, guys, Joe definitely hit it on point right there, but I'm just going to go over just a list of questions that you ask on this last step. But make sure that when you're asking these questions that you have a clear, firm voice, so that indicates that, it's time to make a decision. So like I said, this is the last step, and it's time for the person, whoever you're talking to, just to make the decision to move forward. So now that the options have been defined, it is time to ask questions to clarify the detail of the chosen options. So one of the questions that you would ask is, when are you going to do it? If something is going to happen, the timing needs to be highly specific. So that's when the SMART goals come into play right now. And like Joe just said, we're going to make another video specifically on how you use SMART goals. So often both the starting time and date and finishing date will be required. So you need to know a specific time when they're going to do it, a date when they do it, and an ending date as well. So it needs to be very specific, and that's the only way that someone will actually move forward if they make the decision to make the goal specific. Another question is, will this action meet your goal? Now we need to check that this is leading in the direction of both the goal of the session and the long-term goal. So this is a very, crucial point that we need to just really implement right now. So like the question was, I'm going to repeat it again. Will this action meet your goal? You really need to know that, you guys. Another question is, what obstacles might you meet along the way? So a lot of the times people, will have trouble with, things that might just come along the way that will, stop them from, making the will and the decision to make this happen. Now, it's our job as coaches to help them, ask them questions around that so we can help them figure out a way to just move forward. It is important that you prepare to preempt any circumstances that may occur during the completion of this. So just be prepared that there might be some obstacles that will get in the way of them making this happen, and what we need to do is just coach them around it. Next question is, what support do you need? Sharing your intended action with another person often has the effect of ensuring that you'll actually do it. So sometimes maybe someone will need someone to check in on them that they're actually doing the goals. And that could even be you, that can be someone that, they're working with. It really doesn't matter. But as long as, they might want someone to just check in on them that they're actually doing it, that really helps the person make sure that they're actually going to make it happen. Next question, how and when are you going to get that support? So you need to be persistent until the actions are clear and certain. So sometimes you kind of want to give them a budge to just make them sure that they're actually going to, find somebody to help them do it as well. Next one is, rate on a scale 1 to 10 the degree of certainty you have that you will carry out the actions agreed. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, where are you at with actually making these happen? So this is rating the person's intention to carry out the parts of the job. So, sometimes they might not be at a specific part. Maybe they're like, maybe I'm a 6, maybe I'm a 7. So the next question would be, what prevents you from being a 10? So if their rating is less than an 8, how can you reduce the size of the task or lengthen the time scale such that it would enable you to raise the rating to an 8 or above? So, what we want to do, and like I like to ask my prospects at the end of, when I'm doing the presentation, okay, what would get you to, a 9 or a 10 or wherever that? Say someone's okay, yeah, I'm a 7. We like to ask people on a scale of 1 to 10, where are you at in the presentation? Where are you in actually joining being a 1 to 10? And someone says a 7. Well, someone says a 7. What we like to say is, okay, well, what would help us? What can we do to help you get to an 8, so that they're looking forward and not just standing there still at that 7. Maybe they need more questions answered, and so on and so forth. So that's really important. You guys just helping them move forward. So that's basically all the questions that we would ask to just, finish off the step. But remember that coaching aims to build and maintain a self-belief of the person. We must therefore coach people to success for their own sake as well as for their business. So that's really huge, you guys. And I just want to lastly add with this, the fundamental principles of raising awareness and building responsibility within the performer remain the key to good coaching. So we definitely want to, really write these things down when you listen to the video, guys, and just remember them and just use this to implement your business. Because if you use this, your business will grow, and you grow it the right way. Remember that you can't build a business off of just hype and excitement. You have to do it the right way, you guys. You have to have that strong standing foundation for each person that you bring in the business. So that's all we have to say, guys. And this is the end of the G.R.O.W model, but we will continue to do more videos. And let's go.